forgiveness, and hair. Deep in the heart of the Amazon River, a white boat sails quietly, a floating church called Hope of the Amazon. It doesn't just carry people, it carries forgiveness, love, and hope. On the boat, for life were forever changed by the power of God. Jair lived with a heavy heart. 4 years he cared for forgiveness, but every church told him, "Your sin is too big." When he was young and addicted to drugs, Jair took a man's life in revenge for the murder of his brother. One evening, he saw the floating church dock near his village. Out of curiosity, he went inside. The night Pastor Cassi preached about forgiveness, Jair's eyes filled with tears. For the first time, he heard the words, "No sin is too great for God to forgive." That night, Jair found peace in Christ and was baptized and forgiven and redeemed man. Maria didn't want to visit the floating church, but her husband came every night until he decided to be baptized. On the last night, Maria came just to watch. But when the baptism began, she stood and said, "Pastor, my husband can only be baptized if I'm baptized too." Pastor Cassi prayed, then baptized them both. Through the discipleship program afterward, Maria discovered the truth she had missed. Today, she and her husband serve God together in the small Amazon village. Gianshane was 38 when she approached Pastor Casey after a meeting. She said softly, "When I was a child, I went to church, but as a teenager, I walked away." That night, she said, "I want to come home to God." And the floating church became the first place where one more soul returned to Christ. Paulo had never been to church. In fact, he had forbidden his wife from going. But Pastor Casey didn't preach at him. He befriended him. One day, they sent a barber to Paulo's home on the hill. When his hair was cut, something different changed his heart. Paulo smiled and said, "Who are you people? You even care about the hairs on my head." That day, Paulo came to the floating church and soon after was baptized with his whole family. On the calm water of the Amazon, God is still working miracle through the floating church. He brings forgiveness, love, and hope. Thank you for supporting this quarter's 13 Sabbath project in Brazil and Chile with your prayer and donation.